Boker Tov, Masechet Yevamot Daf Zayin Amud Aleph 107A1. Says the Mishnah on the top, new Perek, Shloshasar, chapter 13. Yeah? Yeah? So Bet Shammai said, En memanin el arusot, which means that you're only going to do niyun to the arusot, but not for the nisuot. Okay, which means if a woman is already married, you do not do niyun to her. Remember, the niyun was that she was married by the mother or the brother before bat mitzvah. Now she could do, and she's a ketana, so now she could do niyun. Bet Hillel says arusot to nisuot. No, doesn't matter whether she's engaged or married. You could do niyun. Next part of the Mishnah. Bet Shammai says, she could do miyun only in the husband when he's alive. Okay, but if he dies without children, and now she falls in front of the Yavam, now she cannot do any more miyun. But Hillel says, no, the Baal would be Yavam. Even to the Yavam, she could do miyun, which means that the husband died early, and she was still Tana, and now she becomes, right, the age that she could do miyun. Even to the Yavam, she can tell the Yavam, take a hike. Yeah? Get lost. I'm not interested. Yeah? Yes? 100%. Okay?
Doesn't need chalitza.
Bet Shammai says, Aktana, she could only do the miyun befanav, only in front of him. Bet Hillel says, befanav v'sho befanav. No? Even if he's not in front of him, she could do the miyun. She could come to the din and do the miyun, even though it's not no, because maybe you're going to say it has to be in front of him, right? And then once it's in front of him, it could be that she's afraid. You know, a lot of people, right? They're, but here, even not in front of him. That is Shita'ab Bet Hillel. 1 second. Bet Shammai said, it has to be done in front of a din. Bet Hillel omrim, bevedim shalom bevedim. Whether it's in a bedin or not in front of a bedin, she could do the miyun. Fifth machloket, amru lahem Bet Hillel Bet Shammai. Says Bet Shammai memayenet v'ktana, right? As long as she's ktana, she could do miyun. Afilu 4 or 5 times, even if it's going to be 4 or 5 times, right? She could be memayen to get married to another guy. Okay, that means she could basically gets married to A, she does miyun. Gets married to B, miyun. Third one, as long as she's under bat mitzvah. Yeah, amula and Bet Shammai and benot Israel. What? You think this is like a pritzut? What, she's playing a game of daddy and mommy? You know, what is this? It's not the benot Israel. Right? She's doing miyun to one husband, second husband, third husband, fourth husband. What's going on over here? Ella, but rather than mayanet, she could only do it once a miyun. Then she has to wait to get married again until she already becomes a gdolah. Then she miyun, right? Sorry, said then she cannot, right? She's not going to get out of it anymore with miyun, but rather she cannot do miyun anymore and get married. She would have to actually she would have to. Here it says that she has to do miyun pam after she becomes older. Again, she has to do miyun to the first original husband. But then she goes and she's able to get married. Which means basically, according to Bet Shammai, we're not going to let her to start, fooling around. The second she does miyun once, she does miyun. She has to wait now until she becomes older. When she becomes bat mitzvah, now she does miyun the second time around to the first husband. Pamachat. Exactly. Says the name of Shmuel. My tama the Bet Shammai. What is the reasoning of Bet Shammai that a nisua, right, cannot do miyun? She's still a ktana. So what do I care whether she's an arusa or nisua? Remember, there were 5 machlokot of the Mishnah. The first machlokot of the Mishnah was Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel to do with is there miyun only from arusot or also from nisuot. So ask the Gemara, what's the reasoning of Bet Shammai that only she's an arusa? She's an nisua, no. Why not? So it says there's no such thing as a t'nai in nisuin. The nisua t'nain, there's no such thing as a condition by marriage, by full marriage. By irusin, yes, but not by nisuin. Therefore, in nisua t'nain, if she's already 100% married and now she does miyun, so maybe people are going to make a mistake and they're going to say that there's going to be a t'nai also in nisuin. So in order not to make a mistake and say that there's going to be a t'nai also by nisuin, they said, second she's nisua, there's no more mimaynet. That's Bet Shammai. So says the Gemara, what happens if she already went into the chuppah, but she didn't have relations yet? What are you going to say there? Why doesn't the Shammai then come in Matir that she could do mute? So answers the Gemara, the same type of an answer. There's no t'nai, helps also by the chuppah levada, which means even though, right, even in the chuppah there's a chiba, right, that's chuppah chiba, which means that the Baal is going to be mochel on any t'nai that was during the time of Kiddushin. So therefore, since the chuppah is al dat biyah, so b'shat chuppah he forgives anything in order that it's not going to be bilat nut. So therefore, they come and they prohibit also, even if there's just going to be chuppah, even without relation. That means he went and they did a ceremony. They didn't actually have a relation. She's still a little tiny girl. No, they didn't allow it. Okay, next. What happens if the father gives over the daughter to the shluchim of the husband? What are you going to say over there? Why doesn't the Shammai come and they permit, right, to do mute? So here we're talking about, right, again, when a person is going to be mekadesh al t'nai, he's not going to be mochel al t'nai when she's going to be given to the shluchim. So he says, even though this is already going to be considered nisuin, because since it's not the ma'amad zeh, right, because there's still no chuppah yet, right? So therefore, this tana, right, that you have over here, that it was given over to shluchei Baal, it's not going to be any takalat that's coming out of it. So he comes and he says, look, the rabbis didn't want to make a differentiation about the cases, which means that the second it was given over to the husband, that's it, no more anymore. She had chuppah, didn't have chuppah, was given over to the husband's emissaries, right, to the messengers or not. No, the second that she's married, right, that's it. That's according to Shita Bet Shammai. Bet Hillel made the yad in his surik tanad rabbanan. So he says, one second. According to Bet Hillel, he comes and he says, everybody knows that the surik tanah is only going to be the rabbanan, and therefore, since it's only going to be the rabbanan, that's why according to Shita Bet Hillel, they say that it does help, and therefore, since it does help, right? Therefore, he comes and he says that's why they permit doing ni'un even by nesua. Why? It's a tanah. Right? Everyone knows Tana is only the Rabbanan, it's the brother, it's the mother, it's not the Raita, and therefore that's why they permit doing it that way. Okay? Another explanation in the Masechet. Rabbi and Yosef both of them say, a person does not want to make his relationship to bilat znut, and therefore when she's already in his suah, right, he's not going to be mekadesh Tana, because maybe she's going to do miyun, and therefore again everything. So therefore, it's going to be mitbatel the takna chamim that they went and they did at kiddushin rabbanan, right, in order that there shouldn't be minag hefker, right. So therefore, that's the reason why, right, they came and they actually did this. So it says, oh, okay, fine. What happens if there's no bila? If there's no biyah, there's no relations. So they're not going to make a bilat zut. So therefore, it goes back to the original question. If there's no bilat zut, so why can't Bet Shammai? According to which one, why can they annul it? Why can they do miyun? So it says a person does not want to make it a chuppah of isur, because even the chuppah is sort of biyah. The chuppah is also is in order to have relationship. So if you're going to now approve everything, even the chuppah was in vain. So they don't want to do that. So ask the Gemara the same question. Right? What happens if they give over to the messengers? And says the rabbis didn't make a differentiation between all the cases, and therefore, even though there's no shayach, they didn't allow it. And according to Bet Hillel, once it's kiddushin and ketubah, we're never going to say that it's biratun that's not. Why? Because once it's kiddushin and there's ketubah, it's not stam znut. She got married, so therefore there was a ketubah, there was everything there. So therefore, it's not mamash znut. Okay. A third explanation. What's the machlok between Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel? Rav Papa says, Tamad Bet Shammai mishum peine. What's the reasoning of Bet Shammai? They said that on the suah cannot do miyun because of the perot of the. What does that mean? Right? It says over here, right? Remember that when she gets married, she brings in properties. Let's say she comes in with properties, right? I don't understand how much, like properties. I don't understand how much exactly, because here usually they were getting married off Yitoma because she didn't have money. Understand? That's why they would get her married young in order to ascertain that she's got parnasa and she's got everything that she needs. But I don't know. But this is the shita of Bet Shammai. She's bringing in Yixemilu, right? And now what happens is the husband, right, takes the fruits of these properties as long as he's married to her. Now, if he divorces her, she dies, it goes back to her. Okay? Whether it went up or went down in value, depreciated or depreciated in value. Now, if she dies, right, he inherits her, okay, including the ichstemelu. So he says, because of these perot, that's why they say that a woman that's married, she cannot do miyun. Tamad betileh mishum pein. Right? The reasoning of betileh is because of perot, which means, right, now we have to understand. Tamad betileh mishum pein, what does that mean? If you're going to tell me now, the husband is going to grab everything. He's going to eat everything, right? He's going to take the kenim, right, and not the perot, right? So, for example, he's going to come and take all the things from the gufa karka. There's no makeup. Because at the end of the day, she's going to go out, which means if you're going to tell me that she could do miyun after marriage, the husband will be very, very smart. He thinks within another month or two, she could already reject me. What am I going to do? Boom, empties out of it. He's smart. He empties out of it. And then, so says Betilel, he empties bank. Okay? So then it says, that's who says this? Bet Shammai. Says Betilel, Adra, but opposite. Kevin Damarta Tamain. Once you already told me that he could do me, right? He's going to be Mashpiach. Why? Savar, he's going to hold the law, right? Because if he's not going to appreciate it, the opposite. He's going to purposely come and appreciate the fields, so that way her family members don't put her pressure to divorce him. Why in the world, exactly, he's a good guy. Why in the world, right, would she come and do me? Either he's beating her up or he's being very abusive, whatever it is. You understand? Or some family members are saying, you know what, we did a mistake. Because you married to this guy. Yeah. Basically, what going to come, and the family of his good members are going to say, why don't we get you married to this guy? So the says Betilel, the exact opposite. Now that you're going to come and you're going to tell me that she could still do miyun, purposely the husband will appreciate the lad. So they come and say, wow, what a good guy this guy is. We married you off with a mamash, creme de la creme, right? And therefore, what's going to happen? So he comes and he says, because of that, it's the opposite way. Fourth explanation, okay? Rav Amar, the reasoning is l'she'en adam torech b'suda mafsida. What does that mean? If a person came, he already made a suda, right? You think he wants to lose a suda? He comes, he just made a big wedding. Now you're going to come, you're going to tell him, listen, everything just went to waste because you went to do that. But Betilel hold, what does that mean? For them, both of them was good to get married. Because now there's a call he's married. So even if at the end she's going to uproot it, even retroactively, at the end of the day, right now, everyone knows that they're husband and wife. So therefore, a person is willing to make a big suda, big wedding, just that way he's called married. Knowing that it could be that she's going to reject him. Doesn't matter. But right now they're married. And that's already enough. Right? For him to come to make the whole suda. He prepares. Bet Shammai says, Beval. What are you talking about Beval? The husband. Amar because we said that she could only do it only in the husband, not in the Yavam. So and Betilel says even in the Yavam she could do it. She could only do miyun for a ma'amaro. He did a ma'amar. Remember, ma'amar was the Rabbanam, which is a kiddushin, because it was only the Rabbanam because by Yevama you have to do yibum, not ma'amar. But he did ma'amar, so she could do ma'amaro, but not the zikato. What does it mean zikato? That she still didn't do anything yet. Okay, that means he didn't do ma'amar, but he also didn't do yibum or chalitza. So Amar says, my time what's missing in Roshia, ma'amar de mitata. Since ma'amar had to be done with her da'at, matzia akka, 1 second, matzia akka, she could uproot it as well. Zika, which is done by Kurcha, which is done against her will, lo matzia akka. She could not do, right? She could not uproot it. So the entire yibum is also against the will. So then why would you be able to do, right, the miyun, right, in this matiaka? She could still uproot it, right? 107b. So answers the Gemara, says, but rather you're right. Right, that the Yavam is doing matziaka, right? You could do akira, zika, the Rahman Aramam, right? The zika, the Torah, right, is putting it on you. Lo matziaka. right? You cannot uproot it through miyun. Okay? Ula says, Memayenet af lezikato. What does that mean, Memayenet af lezikato? Right? It means, right, that you're going to be Memayenet even for the zikah. What do I mean for the zikah? Even for the zikah. My time what's reason. Because when she's uprooting, she's only uprooting the original marriage. Remember, the yibum is an extension of the first marriage. So when she's doing the Memayenet now to the Yavam, she's not doing anything new. She's uprooting the original marriage. So because of that, there's no problem. Therefore, according to Ula, he argues on Rav Shaya. He says, no, you could be Memayenet even for Zikato. Not only for Ma'amaro, also for Zikato. Okay? Fine. So now the Gemara is going to ask against Ula. 8 by Rava Ula. Rava asked against Ula, Kol she'yafala lemayim below miyada. Any girl that she could do miyun and she did not do miyun, tzarata choletze lo mitavem. The tzara could do chalitza and not ibum. Why? Because since the nisuim of the erba to the deceased wasn't a true nisuim, right? It wasn't doraita, it was only drabanan. So the tzara is not considered tzarat erba in order to exempt from the shul. But she's tzarat erba b'mitzvah b'surah liyavam. So am I why? Timayna hashta. Let her do miyun now. The Tekrin said, and then she's going to approve the original marriage. And now she could do Yibum. One more time. There's the Ktana and Tzarata. I mean, there was another woman. She was Gdola. Okay? We said that the Ktana was an Erva, right, to the how do you call it, to the Yavam. So now we said, since it's going to be Tzarat Erva, she's Ptura. Yeah? So he says, well, 1 second. Why can't you actually do Yibum? Full Yibum. Only just Chalitza. Why? Very simple. Tell the Ktana now to do miyun. She does miyun. When she does miyun, what happens? She uprooted the original marriage. If she retracted, so it uproots the original marriage, she was never married to the first husband. So now there's only the tzara. The tzara could get married to the Yavam. So the tzara. So why don't we say we do chalitza? Do yibum? So answers the Gemara. Tzarat erva shani. Tzarat erva is different. The Tani Rami bar Cheskel was taught Rami bar Cheskel. Yana b'baal muter lavi. Do you know she does miyun to the husband? She can get married to the father of the husband. Yeah, imagine, right? She does miyun to the husband, and she gets married to the father. She's not tied. Yeah, she was never tied. The Yavam, she's a surah. By the Yavam, she's prohibited to the father. Almas, you see from here. The Shat Nefilah is at the time that she's falling to Yibum, Niret Kekalato, she appears to be like Kala. Right? The Hakanami, and therefore, so to here, the Shat Nefilah Niret Ketzarap Bito. It looks like Tzarap Bito, which means it is. Here, there's an extra stringency, right, which is actually coming out. The extra stringency which is coming out is that all of a sudden, since it looks, I mean, even though you're right, there was no real connection because she did the miyun. The fact that it looks like it, that's already makes it prohibited. So usually, if she does miyun to the husband, she could go back to the father. The second the husband dies, and now she falls in front of the brother, now she cannot do if she does miyun, she cannot be married to the father, because now it looks like it was his daughter. It looks like it's already strong. The same thing here. The second that this girl fell in front of the Sarab Bito, fell in front of the father, right? So now it's a problem, which means what happened? It means that this guy, he went and he got married to his niece. Okay? Fine.
We don't like that it looks.
Rav says, the Yevamot Daf that she didn't mean, right? And one of the brothers, she's not allowed anymore to the other brothers. Why? Just like Baalat get, which means just like a Yevamah that she receives a get from one of the brothers, right? So therefore she cannot. So therefore it says Baalat get, love given the mitzatza lechad. Once a woman received the get from one of the brothers, doesn't mean now that she's going to be prohibited on everybody. It's going to be not going to be any different. Which means that the second that she did miyun to one of the brothers, she's not allowed to get married to any of the brothers. But Shmuel says no. If she does miyun to one, she's still permitted to the other brothers. It's not compared to Baalat get. Baalat get, he made an action on her. But here, he carved the base. She's doing an action on him. So the Amrabah, she says, What does that mean? Because he says, right, she's saying, I didn't want, right? Basically, right, lo ra'ina bach, I didn't want you, or I'm not wanting you, right? But here, bachu de lo ra'ina, bechavrach ra'ina, I didn't want you, but I wanted your brother. Which means she's the one that she's saying, I didn't want you, I wanted your brother. So she could say that. But in the other case where it's the ba'ala taget, which the man is the one, the Yavam is doing the action, there it doesn't help. So Ravasti comes and he says, even if you do the miyun, you're allowed to get married to the same guy. Why don't we just say that that he says that you're not supposed to do the miyun, right? Even for the zikah, right? What does that mean, right? Yevamos can do the miyun after the deceased, which means it doesn't help. So it says by one Yavam, she could approve it. Here we're talking about two Yavam. So since we're talking about two Yavamim, Ravasi holds since there's no Mu'il helps, the miyun the Chatzi Zikah. Because miyun does not help for half of the Zikah. It will only help if there's only one brother. So if there's only one brother, she does miyun, and then she doesn't need to do anything. If there's two brothers, it doesn't help a Chetzi miyun. Okay, so Kiyata Rabbi Yochanan. When Rabbi came from it, said to Rabbi Yochanan, if she did miyun to one brother, she's permitted to the other brothers. The law of Dulo, but they didn't agree to it. Who is the one? Rabbi Rav was the one that didn't agree to it. Rabbi says, no, it's Rav Oshaya. He didn't agree to it. Right? Why? Because only he says that if there's going to be other brothers and he did miyun with one of them, it's going to be permitted. Right? Why? Because there's no miyun for Chetzi Zikah like Ravasi. But if there's going to be a Vav Echad, then it is going to be permitted. Right? Like Rav Oshaya. The Amdila, and some will say Ravasi that he did wasn't totally. Okay?
I don't understand the truth. How do you see?
So Masechet says that Tanakh could only do miyun in front of him, in front of the husband, right? But not behind the husband's back. So Tanya, we learned right. Masechet says Pishon Gamal, right? There was this guy, his name was Pishon Gamal. Yeah? Miana Ishto Shelo B'Fanav, she did miyun in front of him. Amru Masechet Pishon Gamal b'midah kefusha madal. He did anything that he wanted. He didn't do it properly. Okay? Because he was destroying the nisemilug of his wife. Which means, since he acted improperly, we also acted to him improperly. He went and he was wasting the nisemilug of the wife. So what do? We came also, we said, you know what? She could do miyun in front of you as well. You know, meaning the way that you act, they act with you. So the same thing. So says the Gemara, and payday, right? For the fact that he was eating perot, Shita Neswa, he obviously Shita Neswa. The first part of the Mishnah was, remember one more time, if he's getting rid of her in Semilu, what does that mean? That she's married. Because only when he's married, he gets to use Semilu. Right. Yeah. But that means if she's married. But one second, the first part of the Mishnah was, that Shammai says it's saying that she's married, she can't do miyun. So what are we doing there? What are we talking about there? So answers the Gemara, no, there were two different ksharim that Kashune go. Number one, they permitted that she's allowed to do the miyun, right, even though she's married. Number two, Shalom, they permitted her to do two things against him. Because since he was doing something bad against her, they went and said, this is the way that you're treating a girl, Jewish girl, no problem. Even though you're married, you're allowed to do miyun. And really you can't, according to the but we're going to permit it. And number two, even Shalom. Why? Because she's embarrassed. Okay? Next. Bet Shammai only. Bet Shammai say, Mifne Beti. It has to be done with Mifne Beti, not Mifne Beti. Right? And we learned in the Mishnah over there in Sanhedrin, we learned over there, right, that the Chalitza and Miyun has to be done in front of three Dayanim. So Mantan, obviously, who's this? Samar, that's right, obviously, it's Bet Shammai. Abayamar, I said, no. Even if you're going to tell me it's Bet Hillel. Until when are we talking about Bet Hillel? Only that you don't need the Edim Mumchim. But you still need three. The time as we learned on the right side. Bet Shammai, when Shammai says B'Tnei Beti. Bet Hillel only B'Tnei Beti and Mishlo B'Tnei Beti. Whether it's before Beti, you will not B'Tnei Beti. But you still need three Dayanim. We also Yudav Rabbi Lazar Shimon Mashlim Mishnai. Yudav Rabbi Lazar Shimon hold even two Dayanim, like or it doesn't have to be Dayanim, but two people. Okay, so therefore now we continue with Shalom. That was basically is שלושה מומחים or Rabbi. Does that mean ממש דיינים or just some three people?
I'm agreed to שלושה.
Exactly, but you can be even into two. זה לא ממש דיינים. בית שמאי אומרים, שמאי says, תמאן, right, ותנסה. So according to בית שמאי, they said that the benot Yisrael don't have to get, they can do it 20 times. So the Gemara is going to ask what you asked before, right? You already did me once. Meaning this girl, she did me. Bet Shammai prohibited her getting married until she becomes older. She has to do miyun again, and then she gets married. But Bet Hillel, no, she can get married another 4 times and do miyun every single time. That was Bet Hillel. But that's the Gemara. If she already did miyun once, so why in the world why does she have to do it again? Yeah, 1 second. Right, she says 1 second. Right, Shmuel says that no, we make sure that we want to make sure that she gets older, and then she's going to say Rotzani, right, in the first Miyuni. Okay, which means, because if not, then we're going to suspect maybe she retracted in the first Miyuni. Because now that she becomes older, she says, you know what, I made a mistake. I should stay married to the first guy. So Shmuel says, so that was Shmuel. Ula says, we learn both. Or Shetamayim Tagil Vitares, or Shetamayim Tinaselata. No. Or she does miyun, she gets older, and then she does the ritzim. Or she does miyun, she gets married, and she gets married immediately. Until she's going to get married again. But according to Shmuel, right? He says one thing, until she gets older, and then she's going to say that she's still standing in the first miyun. Kasha, that's a good question. Mishnah. Okay, we're just going to do the Mishnah. 1 second, we're just going to do the Mishnah. What is the ketana that she wants to do miyun? If the mother or the brother got her married, but if they got her married without her knowledge, right? She does not need to do miyun, because if it wasn't with her skama, then it's nothing. Any tinoket that cannot watch over the money of her kiddushim, and it's a miyun. She doesn't have to do miyun. Eliezer says, no, it's nothing. It's not considered anything. It's considered that she was seduced. But Israel that's a ktana that she gets married to Kohen. She's not going to be truma. But a bat Kohen to Yisrael, she can still be truma. She's still a bat Kohen. Eliezer Yaakov says, any case where it's the husband that's stopping it, it's like that it's his wife. But if it doesn't come from him, then it's not like it is his wife. So let's see the Mishnah where the Gemara will try to explain, right, the entire thing. Says we learned in the Masechta, but you could get miyun. At the beginning, they used to write a get miyun. Lo ra'ina babe, lo tzavina babe. She doesn't want him, right, and right, which basically, no, she doesn't want him. Any rotzabo, right, and also, right, the any chapetzabo. It's also 2 different lashonot of I don't want, lo rotze v'lo chapetz. I don't desire and I don't want, right? It's still also, by the way, we have this in the right the tzavi, right? We have this in the ketubah also. Velet ana bayal nasvale, and I don't want to get married to him. Kevan dechaz v'benafish tibura. Once Chachamim come and they see that it's too much tiburim, they say, it's going to be it's going to be this mixed up with a get. So Takino so they just said, right? In this day, this girl, but Ploni, she did in front of us the miyun. And then that's it. Then we continue with Hashem tomorrow. Right?